Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. You know, I've been absolutely dying to talk to you about something that just dropped, and honestly, I can barely contain my excitement. The 2026 Mercedes-AMG G63 is finally here, and let me tell you, this thing is an absolute beast. I mean, I've been following the G-Wagon evolution for years now, and every time I think they can't possibly make it better, Mercedes just goes and proves me wrong. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into what might just be the most capable luxury SUV money can buy. And trust me, after we go through all these specs, you're going to understand exactly why I'm so pumped about this machine. First things first, let's talk about what's under the hood. Because honestly, this is where the magic happens. The 2026 G63 is packing the same legendary 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that we've grown to love. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just any V8. This is Mercedes' M177 engine, and it's producing a whopping 577 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those are the same numbers as before, right? Well, yes and no. What's completely new for 2026 is the integration of a 48-volt mild hybrid system with an integrated starter generator. And this isn't just some marketing gimmick. This thing actually adds up to 20 additional horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque on demand. So when you're accelerating from a stoplight or merging onto the highway, you're getting this instant boost of power that makes the G63 feel even more responsive than before. It's like having a turbo on top of your already turbocharged engine. And speaking of that engine, here's something I absolutely love about Mercedes-AMG. They still follow that one-man, one-engine philosophy. That means each of these 4.0-liter V8s is hand-built by a single technician from start to finish. There's literally a plaque with that person's signature on your engine. I mean, how cool is that? In an age where everything is mass-produced by robots, you're getting this incredibly personal touch in your engine bay. Now, all that power gets routed through a 9-speed automatic transmission. And let me tell you, this isn't your grandmother's automatic. This transmission is lightning fast and incredibly smooth. Whether you're cruising down the highway or attacking some mountain switchbacks, the gear changes are just seamless. And of course, all that power goes to Mercedes' 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, which means you've got incredible traction, no matter what the conditions are like. But here's what really blows my mind about the G63. It's not just fast in a straight line. We're talking about a vehicle that can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 4 seconds. 4 seconds! This is a nearly 6,000-pound SUV we're talking about. That's supercar territory, but you're sitting up high with commanding visibility and enough cargo space for a week-long camping trip. Let's talk about the suspension for a second, because this is where Mercedes really shows off their engineering prowess. The G63 comes with AMG ride control suspension with an adaptive damping system. What this means in real-world terms is that this truck can be comfortable enough for your daily commute, but aggressive enough for some serious off-road adventures. The system constantly adjusts the damping characteristics based on road conditions, your driving style, and which driving mode you selected. Speaking of driving modes, the G63 has multiple settings that completely transform the character of the vehicle. You've got Comfort mode for cruising around town, Sport and Sport Plus for when you want to have some fun on twisty roads, and Individual mode where you can customize everything to your exact preferences. There's also a specific off-road mode that adjusts the suspension, traction control, and differential settings for maximum capability when you're tackling trails. Now let's move inside, because the interior of this thing is just spectacular. You're immediately greeted by this gorgeous leather-appointed cabin, and I'm talking about real high-quality leather here. The front seats are not only heated, but they're also incredibly supportive whether you're on a long highway cruise or taking some spirited corners. And speaking of space, even tall drivers and passengers will find plenty of head and legroom up front. Mercedes really didn't compromise on comfort here. The dashboard is dominated by a massive 12.0-inch digital instrument cluster that's incredibly crisp and customizable. You can display everything from traditional gauges to navigation information to performance data. And the level of customization is just incredible. You can set it up exactly how you want it, with the information that's most important to you front and center. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped and bears the AMG badge, and it feels absolutely perfect in your hands. All the controls are exactly where you'd expect them to be, and the build quality is just outstanding. This is a kind of interior where you can spend hours driving and never get fatigued. And let's not forget about the technology. The surround view camera system gives you a bird's eye view of the vehicle, which is incredibly helpful when you're parking this massive SUV or navigating tight trails. The system uses multiple cameras placed around the vehicle to create this seamless 360-degree view, and it's so helpful for tight parking situations or when you're off-roading and need to see exactly where your wheels are positioned. One thing I absolutely have to mention is the attention to detail throughout the cabin. From the stitching on the leather to the feel of every switch and button, everything has this premium, solid feel to it. It's clear that Mercedes spared no expense in making this interior feel special. Even little touches like the cup holders are perfectly positioned and feel substantial when you use them. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This all sounds incredible, but what about practicality? Well, despite being this incredibly capable performance machine, the G63 is still remarkably practical. You've got ample cargo space for luggage, groceries, or outdoor gear. The rear seats are comfortable enough for adults on longer trips, and the overall packaging is just really well thought out. And here's something that really sets the G63 apart from other luxury SUVs. This thing is legitimately capable off-road. I'm not talking about gravel roads or light trails. I'm talking about serious rock crawling, deep sand, mud, you name it. The combination of that powerful engine, sophisticated all-wheel drive system, and proper ground clearance means you can take this truck places that would stop other luxury SUVs in their tracks. The build quality is just incredible too. This is still based on the same basic architecture that Mercedes developed for military use decades ago, but it's been refined and modernized to the point where it's this perfect blend of ruggedness and luxury. The doors still make that distinctive solid thunk when you close them. The body-on-frame construction means it's incredibly durable, and yet it rides and drives like a modern luxury vehicle. What really gets me excited about the 2026 model year is that Mercedes has managed to evolve the G63 without losing any of its character. This is still unmistakably the G-Wagon. It still has that iconic boxy silhouette, those distinctive round headlights, and that commanding presence on the road. But underneath all that classic styling, you're getting cutting-edge technology and performance that rivals much more expensive supercars. And let's talk about those wheels for a second. The G63 sits on 20-inch AMG twin 5-spoke wheels, and they look absolutely perfect on this truck. They're finished in matte black, which give the whole vehicle this really aggressive, purposeful look. And they're not just for show either. These wheels and performance tires wrapped around them provide excellent grip, whether you're on the street or off the beaten path. The more I think about the 2026 G63, the more impressed I am with what Mercedes has accomplished here. This is a vehicle that can literally do everything. Need to commute to work in comfort and style? It's got you covered. Want to take the family on a weekend camping trip? No problem. Feel like having some fun on a twisty mountain road? This thing will put a huge smile on your face. Need to tackle a difficult off-road trail? The G63 will get you there and back with confidence. And that 48-volt mild hybrid system I mentioned earlier, it's not just about performance. It also helps with fuel efficiency and reduces emissions, which is increasingly important in today's world. It's this perfect example of how modern technology can enhance performance while also being more environmentally responsible. So there you have it, the 2026 Mercedes-AMG G63 in all its glory. With its hand-built 577 horsepower twin-turbo V8, enhanced by that new mild hybrid system, wrapped in that iconic G-Wagon package with a luxury interior that rivals the best in the business, this thing is just incredible. Whether you're drawn to performance, the luxury, the off-road capability, or just the pure presence this vehicle commands, the G63 delivers on all fronts. I don't know about you, but I'm already planning my next test drive. This is the kind of vehicle that reminds you why you fell in love with cars in the first place. It's powerful, it's beautiful, it's capable, and it's just downright exciting. If you've been considering stepping up to a truly special SUV, the 2026 G63 should definitely be at the top of your list. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.